Hello my lovies, I hope you've been well. Welcome back again. This is another favorites video, which is the mid-year favorites video. I used to do this every month, but ever since changing it to theme favorites, I now do this kind of like wrap up every quarter, which I feel like it's much better for me because I don't tend to buy too much these days. So it's nice to just do a wrap up for a quarter, and most of them are like, some of them are new, some of them are, things that I've been using for a while, some of them are things that I picked up again and things like that. So it's just like an eclectic mix of new things and then some bonus. So there's quite a bit of a list, so I'm just gonna get started now with my first category is my journal. So currently the one that I'm in a lot are these two, which is the take a note. This one you've already know if you know the channel. I used them last year as well, and right now I'm still using it the same way that I've used it last year, and it's actually pretty good in that I actually haven't missed a single week on this. Some are maybe less wordy, less entry, like where was it, I didn't really remember what's happening. So but I've been constantly in it like every 2 or 3 days, and it's been helping me a lot to get organized. If you want in-depth look on how I use this, I can link up a video because I did talk about it's extensively. Or if you've watched my Tech Chokaigi, I'm pretty sure I've talked about that for a lot, so I'm not gonna talk a lot about this. But it's been my favorite because it's easy to customize. I am the type of person that everything has to be in one planner for it to work, and this one give me just that. So all my things I have to do for the shop, for all my social medias and all my personal and my habits and stuff are all in one place, so that I can focus on everything and not have to, because if I'm in more than one different planner, then it just doesn't work for me. But I can be on different journals. That's a different conversation, because journals I compartmentalize, but my planner has to be all in one, if that makes sense. I don't know why it has to be like that, but that's what works for me. So I also started a new 5-year journal. This one is a DIY one. This is a Stylogy notebook, and basically what I do is I do a little collage, and then I write up about the day, and then eventually after 5 years just gonna fill up with little bits of writing, and I've been really enjoying it. My first qualms about a 5-year journal is that I might get bored, because usually 5-year journal only has like a few lines you have to write, and then a few lines and everything, and I know I was gonna get bored of it, because you have to consistently be in it for 5 years, right, for it to be worth it. But with this one, because it has little collages, so I feel like they are a little bit less boring for me, because at least I get to see a new collage every day, and seeing it filled up I think will be quite satisfying. But so far I am still catching up. I finished decorating until I think this is May 19th, and then I still have to catch up on writing on it. But so far I really like this. It lets me be creative but also keep my memories, so I might have to rethink some of my Techokaigi for next year, because I might drop my weekly memory keeper. But you know what, that's another different story, and we'll see in the end of the year if that happens or not. But anyway, that's my 2 favorite journals for this quarter. The 5-year one has been really nice because it's something different than what I usually do, so it's been really exciting to be in a new journal. Okay, now we're gonna go into pen. This is the Moon Man, but I'm not actually sure what's the name of the pen. I will link it, but I'm not actually sure what's the name of the pen. But it's very interesting because it's just like, essentially it doesn't have a converter, but the thing inside is just having all the pen. So what you do is you open it and then you syringe it in the color. But I just find it very fascinating, but it's also writes really nicely. So I'll write it down. This is Moonman, and the ink is I think Violet Iroshizuku. I think this is Yuyake. But as you can see, it's actually pretty good. And the foam factor, I just find the foam factor very, very interesting because it's so tiny, but like it holds a lot of ink. If you like a pen that holds a lot of ink, but you don't want it to be too bulky, I think this one's a good one because look at it. Look, it's so small. That's it. There you go. See how small it is? It's very, very fascinating. I've been really liking it. And this one, I believe is the EF because I always get EF, but yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say that it's an EF, but we'll link the exact one that I got. But this is so cute. I just find it super cute. I also recently gotten the Jinhao 10. This is the dupe for the Pilot Finishing Point. I think, yeah, Pilot Finishing Point. But the thing that I like about it is it has a lot of nice colors. In Australia, you don't get a lot of these nice colors and not a lot of like gold or rose gold stuff, but this one, the color is so pretty. It's like a pinky purple shade and a rose gold, even though I don't know if this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a rose gold. They actually come with this little cap, so then if you bring it around on your bag and stuff, you won't accidentally like, you know, press it and get the ink everywhere, which I find very interesting and very thoughtful. I don't know if the Pilot Finishing Point included that or not, but yeah, I really like my Moonman A1. Is it A1? You know what, when it comes to name of series or like, you know, pens or anything that has a number, I am really bad with numbers, so I would probably most likely forget it. But anyway, I like that a lot. And this one, I actually want to try it because this one actually has the clip. I want to know if it's annoying to write with, because the Moonman that I got was without the clip. But the color is so pretty, and this is an EF as well, but Jinhao, and it's nice. I really like the thinness of it. So this one is diamine, Tyrian purple. Look at that, it's so pretty. I like the thinness as well. It's kind of like similar to the Moonman one, but I really like how thin it is, and the color is so gorgeous. I really love this color. So yeah, that's my second favorite pen. My third favorite pen is, you already know this, I feel like I mentioned this so much, but this is the Tom Studio Lumos, and it lets you use this beautiful brush pen. And the tip is so nice. The tip is like the highlight of it, I reckon, because it's so soft and it's so nice to use. And you can use this with any of your fountain pen inks. So if you're like me and you have a lot of fountain pen inks and you wish you can have a brush pen with that exact color, this is the best, because you know me, I like to do a writing and a lettering in the same color. So this really helps that. I wish I have like 50 more for all the colors that I have in my pens, but yeah, we'll see. And they recently sent me this one as well, which is the Wren, and this is very interesting because you can also use your fountain pen colors for this one, but it's more like a pen and not it's more like a felt tip pen. Like it has that feeling, but it's also very smooth. So I'll write it down for you as well. And this is using their ink as well, which I can't remember the name of, but I'll include it below. So that's the Lumos, which has the brush tip, and then this is the Wren, which has kind of like a felt tip. I really like both of those. I'll include the unboxing and first impression videos for both of those in the description box below. So if you're interested in any of those, maybe watch that one before you commit. But I also have a 10% discount if you're interested, so you can get that a little bit cheaper when you use my code. So, and you help the channel a little bit as well. So that's my pen favorites. We will move on to my ink favorites. This new ink, this is the new one. This is the Tyrian Purple Diamine. You know, I love diamine inks because most of the ones that I have in my faves are diamine. This one is really nice. It's a purple, but it kind of feels a little bit slightly pinky. This is the color. This is the swatch. So it's like purple, but sometimes it looks kind of brown as well. And I like that it's muted, because you know me, I like muted colors, right? So this is the purple, but it's not a very obnoxious purple, you know what I mean? So really like that. I probably shouldn't include this one because you probably know that I am very in love with this ink. It's funny because like when you can't see it, but when I put it upright like that, the ink is up to here, which meant that it's been used quite a lot because it used to be a bit fuller. But I really love this ink. It's the Diamine Sepia. I use it a lot for writing. This is this, like, you know what, so most of the time if I open this page into a random page, it probably goes into a sepia. This is a sepia. It's very nice, very warm kind of brown that is a little bit more into the orange. Oh, actually this one is also sepia. I put it on the Lumos because I like it very much. So yeah, there you go. I really like that. I don't think I need to ramble a lot about it because I'm pretty sure I've already rambled a few times about that ink in a different video, but I love it so much, so it still gets included because I still love it, and it's still like my favorite. Because with these kind of favorites, I pick out a few from each category to talk to you about, and I feel like the sepia always makes it rounds because I just really love it so much. So anyway, I'm going to talk about the stationery items, right? So my favorite PET tape for this quarter is these two. So this is the Freckles Tea from the last volume. I didn't think I was going to like this as much as I do, but I really like it. Not only because of the girls, because you know I love girls, but I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do because these girls looks a little bit kiddish and looks a little bit young. But I actually like girls that looks a little bit more mature, just because I just relate to that more. But the colors of this tape is amazing, like the green and the red/pink. It's really nice. I really like this one as well, this girl. But I've been using this tape quite a lot. I've been using a lot of the Freckles tape for my 5-year journal because I always like to add a splash of floral. But this one I've been especially loving because yeah, it's just so nice. I'll put that aside. This one is actually from our studio, and I essentially didn't think I was gonna like it this much because this has lots of cats, and it's not like I'm a cat person, you know, like I am very indifferent with pets. Like I like looking at them, but I'm just like, sometimes they scare me and stuff. A lot of the illustrations on this is so nice. Look, I really like the lifestyle images, and I've been liking this tape so much because it has a lot of lifestyle images. Like I noticed I have a ton of flower PT tape, so I try to branch out for tapes that doesn't have a lot of flowers. The illustration on this is so nice. I think this one's by Berkupa. Like, if you know our studio, they are a studio with 2 artists in it, Hanks and Berkupa, and I think Kupa does more of the, like, you know, very detailed illustrations. Before I said I really love Hank stuff, but now I'm discovering Cooper stuff, and I'm like amazed because the drawing is amazing. I'll show you another one because I got this on the same order and I've been really liking it. This is very interesting because I thought it was gonna came bigger than this, because this feels a little bit small compared to the normal size of PT tapes. But the flowers are so nice and the color is so vibrant, and I didn't think that I was gonna like it this much because, you know me, I like pastel and muted colors. This is a little bit vibrant, but the illustration of the flowers are just so amazing. So I can't remember the name of this one, but I will link up the tape below as well. This is 3 of my favorite PET tapes currently. In the washi tape front, I also have a few. So most of these are actually from smaller artists, and 2 of them are local, and I don't know if they ship international actually, so I'm sorry for my international peeps, but if you're in Australia, they're Australia based. But this one is a PET tape from the Calico Factory. I met her on one of my markets, and she is lovely, and her stuff is even more lovely. I really like it. The illustrations are so amazing. Like, I'm always in awe for people that can illustrate well, because I cannot. So really love this tape. This one is also from a local artist, Sherma Bear, and they do this really cute sheeps, which is very nice, and the color of this is just chef kiss. I really love this color. I'll roll it back up, but like there's like a little tiny lily of the valley and other illustration. This is so easy to use, like per block, like each of them, and it's so nice. I really like it. This one actually is a new purchase from Cream Sherry, and oh, look at the illustration. I really love her illustrations as well. It's super cute. These cute washi tapes I don't really use for my collaging, but I use them a lot for my planning, because that's where I can put cute stuff. So I've been using that on my planners, and they've been making me happy. But also, shameless plug, I made a few washi tapes for my shop this time around, and I just really like them. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that about my own stuff, but a lot of work has gone into this, and I've been really liking it. This one is the vintage flowers. I really like it because it feels very me, right? It feels very vintage, and it has a lot of flowers. I love flowers. So like making all this, I just thought that if I don't sell all of them, then I will just use it for the end, until the end of my life or something like that, because they're my style. I also really like this one. I'm very amazed on how well the details are showing for this one. If you can see the date, that is so crisp, and I'm very impressed that they can get that detail. Hang on, phone please. They can get that much detail in such a tiny little washi. I'm very impressed with the printing. And then this one as well is my journal films, which has been one of the most popular ones in the shop mostly. This one has all my journal images, mostly from, like, you know, when I was journaling, I'm taking pictures and stuff. There's some like other pictures, like a pancake and stuff, but I really like this as well. I'm actually very impressed on how this turned out as well, because I thought it was gonna be slightly blurry, because you never know, right, with washi. But it turns out like the details are all there, the colors are all nice, so I'm very impressed. And this one is the ticket washi, like hobby ticket, what do I call them? Cozy hobby tickets. So each of them you can use, and it has like a cozy hobby there. This one took me the longest to make. I made and lettered and illustrated each of them. Like there's like little like images and stuff. It's so hard to focus on this thing, but there's little images in there as well that took me a while, even though it's super tiny. That one's like very tiny, but it took me a while to make as well. But I'm pretty proud of that, and I like it a lot. So there you go. That's some of my new washi tapes for the shop. So I hope you like that as well. That was designed. Was it designed in this quarter? Well, it was released on this quarter, so I'm including it. Okay, and then paper goods wise, I've been really liking this letterpress label book from Ours. So I'll take it out for you. So this is letterpressed, and the thing that I like about it, these ones are already punched. I don't know if you can see it, but like, you know, it's already like punched, so you can just take it off. It's easy to take off. You can just, like, you know, pop it out kind of thing, and you can use this in your journaling. But each of these looks so good. I've been using it so much in my 5-year journal. Let's see if I can find some pages. Actually, the ones that I was showing you, this one actually has that, and it's so easy to use. I've been using it quite a bit. Where's the next page that I used it? I feel like I used it a lot, but in hindsight, like over there as well. So that's still in the same, it's still in the same month that I used it again, because I like it that much. So been really liking this one. So easy to use, very perfectly vintage, but also look really cute with the, you know, the handwritten elements and stuff. So I really like this one. So really recommend it to you if you want something that looks a little bit vintage. But the other thing that I like about it, it's just one color, right? It's just white and brown, so it's very easy to use because I don't tend to use a lot of colors. So I really like that one as well. And I think that's the only paper goods that is new-ish, even though I have a ton on here that I use interchangeably in my journal. So I just carry this pack around for when I want to journal. It's very handy to have. But anyway, tools wise, I have fallen back in love with the tweezers. I think it's because this particular tweezers, because I used to have another one. So before this one, I was using this one, and somehow it doesn't, I don't know, something about it is not that great, so I don't use it very often. But ever since getting this one, somehow it was so much easier to line out things. So with my 5-year journal again, because I've been there for the most times this past quarter, these dates, I usually use the tweezers to put them there because I want it to be very precise. So most of the 2025 and the dates, I actually use this to place them there because obviously it's just much more precise that way. So I've been really loving my tweezers again. This one is just a cheapy one from Daiso. You don't have to get an expensive tweezers. The one from your drugstore or from Daiso really helps. I just really like using it because I can be precise with most of my stuff. Because you know, if you've watched some of my videos, you know I like to put some stuff on exactly where I wanted to, so I like peel and unpeel a lot, whereas the Stationery is not very peel friendly, which means like if you've already put a PET tape down, you have to be really careful or else you're gonna take some of the paper with you. You already know I'm very careful because usually with my other journals it's not a problem, but with the Stationery, well, I don't know, my Stationery is quite old, so it's been like 5-6 years or something since I bought it. But I don't know if the new one still has that problem or not. But if you peel it off, sometimes the paper gets lifted off as well. So I have to be very careful. I don't want to constantly re-peel stuff. So the tweezers have been really a lifesaver in that it lets me do that very nicely. Tools wise, I think that's the only thing I'm going to talk about because you already know my favorite scissors, which is the Kokuyo success scissors, and you already know my favorite glue tape, which is the Kokuyo glue tape roller. So I'm not going to talk in depth about that because I've probably talked about that every single year or something like that. But there you go, that's my favorite tools. I'll move on to storage. So the first thing is my stationery tote. So I've fallen back in love with my stationery tote because I've been journaling a lot on my 5-year, and I do it not only on my journaling desk, but I take it to my sofa or I take it outside when it's not cold. When it was autumn/fall, I actually take it outside to journal, but because now it's like in the dead of winter, I don't do that anymore. But I do journal in the sofa when it's cozy, where it's cozy, sometimes even in my bed. It's also really handy to actually take this to a cafe journaling meetup with my friends, because sometimes I catch up on this as well when I meet up with some of my journal friends. So it's really easy to grab and go, and everything's already here. It cuts down my prep time for like a good half an hour to an hour, because before I used to like have to get it all together, but this is already together. So I really like it. I did take you in depth of my stationery tote, so that will be linked in a separate video because I've already posted that last month, I think. I don't want to talk in depth about that because I feel like it will be too long otherwise, but you can, if you're interested, you can check out that video. But there's one thing that I want to highlight on this just by itself is this King Jim. I actually don't know if they still sell this, I'm so sorry, but this is a King Jim flake sticker storage that I have repurposed to have my cut PET tapes. If I'm in a space where I want to be creative, but I'm so brain dead from my work and other things, I usually sit down and actually cut down PET tapes just for fun. I find it very therapeutic. So the cut PET tapes live in here in my flake storage. I have two, so this one has all my lifestyle kind of PET tapes, and then this one, the purple one, only has flower PET tapes. And this is, it's been really nice having this, and it's so nice to bring out as well, not only for cafe journaling, but also if I know I was gonna sit on a cafe for a while, or if I have a really long commute, I can take this, which is like some offcuts of PET tapes that I wanted to cut, and slot it in, bring my scissors, and go out with this, so I can cut on the way and put it into this, ready for a journaling session. So that's always very handy, and I really love having them. I hope King Jim has not stopped producing them, because I really love them. So I hope they bring it back, because I want some more, because I feel like I'm gonna outgrow these two already. So there you go, that's my storage favorites. That's mostly all my stationery related favorites, but stay if you want to know some of my like lifestyle favorites. I started including this the last few times that I'm doing favorites, just because I find it fun, give you a slice of my life and what I've been enjoying. So currently what I've been enjoying is a candle warmer. I will put a footage up, or like a picture up. You know how with candles you usually light it up? This one, it has a lamp on the top, so it just slowly warms your candle for you, but you don't need the fire, but it'll melt the candle, so then you get the aroma and stuff. I feel like that might be a little bit healthier, but I don't know, don't quote me on it. But I just like it for aesthetic reasons. It looks very nice during nighttime, because the vibe around it is so cozy, because it just lights up in the corner. I'm so in love with it. But anyway, there's a few more things that I've been liking, but these are mostly like home stuff. So Morimun sent me this candle. Oh, as I'm opening it, like I'm hit with like a very nice scent, because the scent is very strong, and I like it because it stays for a while. So this is very interesting, because if you can see, these are actually like little beads of wax. This one you still have to melt, but it's little beads of wax, which meant that you can put in any of your scent that you want, so you can change up the scent every time you light it up. So it's not just like one candle with one scent, which is very interesting. They also have very nice scent. So this one is one of my favorite. It's the Marcsmellow, and I don't like it only because of the name. Okay guys, it has like florals and more musk. And does it say what it has inside? Violets, soft woods, and musk mostly, but it smells really good. They sent me this as a part of like they want me to make reels for them, but the smell is very long lasting and very strong, which I like, because sometimes with this oil, sometimes you can't really smell it, but this one is actually very strong. I also like the jasmine one. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. This one is also a favorite, and it's this one I purchased myself. It's a stone diffuser. I cannot like tilt it too much because there's rocks in here. Volcanic rock stone diffuser, and I really like the scent because it has freesia and citrus, but basically it's just rocks inside, and then you put in the fragrance oil on top, and it smells so good. Like seriously, I wish you can smell it with me, because it smells so good. This one is just from Standard Products, which is the Daiso sister brand. Like in Australia, they only have it in Parramatta, sadly, because I don't even go to Parramatta that often. But the last time I went, I did get a few things, but this one is one of my favorite things. So really like that one. Okay, the next thing that I've been loving is my friend Steph got me into this. So this is the Anchor power bank, and this one has MagSafe, so it's really easy to use. All you have to do is just plop it in the back of your phone. But another like really cool things about this, not only that it charges, it actually becomes a little tripod for you. So can you see, you just have your phone here, and then you can put it on there for you to browse or anything like that. Or even it becomes like a little moth tripod as well. So sometimes I'm like, I don't need to bring my moth tripod, I'll just bring this around, because it's just so convenient that it charges, but also it can be like a stand. It's very, very convenient, very nice to use. It gets a little bit hot, but that's the only cons. But you know what, it's power bank. Of course it gets hot from time to time, right? But it's really nice not to have to bring any cables. My iPhone, battery wise, is draining very quickly these days, because I think it's already been like 3 years since I last got it or something like that. So the batteries has been going down and down, which is understandable, because you know, lithium ion battery can't be 100% charged every time. But this really helps for days when I go out of the house like for the full day and I'm scared that I'm not going to have battery life left. So it's been really helpful, and I've been really liking it very much. Anyway, so that's all my favorites, including my life favorites, my lifestyle favorites, I guess. I hope you find that helpful and interesting or entertaining. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video, if you're still here. And yeah, let me know if you have any favorites for the last quarter. Let me know, because I'm always interested in looking at new stuff. I'm always interested in looking at new things that might make my life easier and stuff like that. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, take care, and stay creative. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.